So people have asked us a lot about why they should have a meter, and we decided that it was time to tell you what we thought about that. For me, 2.5 years ago, we realized that we should really have a meter to find out what was actually going on with radiation coming in to the West Coast from Japan, because we weren't able to get this information elsewhere. So we decided as a whole, it's a group called No Nukes Northwest at the time, and we still are No Nukes Northwest, that we would buy a meter. And we couldn't afford individually to get meters, so we told basically through word of mouth, we told Portland that we would like to purchase a meter with their help, and if they help us to get this meter, we would then give them readings on what we were seeing. So that's in fact what happened. We bought this meter, we learned how to use it, we went out into the streets, literally into the streets, learned how to use this thing, and we got good at it. And then we created, over time, Radcast. And you can go to Radcast too on radcast.org, which is actually probably where you are right now seeing this, unless you're just coming in from YouTube. So meters are key in understanding what's going on in radiation in your environment. In order for the rest of us to know what's going on in your environment, you have to let others know what's going on where you live. For me, in North Portland, in the state of Oregon, I know what's going on here. For instance, right now on my meter, in my home, I'm seeing a radiation count. It's moving between 28 counts per minute and 34 counts per minute. This isn't an average, these are just rolling readings. And I always know what's going on here because I have a meter. I can't know what's going on a few blocks away. This meter won't tell me that. It's only going to tell me what's going on here. And Malcolm has another kind of a meter that was made by someone who in the meter community is becoming more and more widely known.
Yeah,
Atomic Dave.
Yeah, this is one of models from, I think, a couple of years ago. It's called the Titan. It's a very sensitive unit. I'm still messing with it a little bit to learn how to make use of it. But the big deal with having a meter, each person having their own meter, is this is how you find out what your environment's really like. You know, the radiation count is just like the other kinds of weather, except you can't see it. But it is a constant phenomenon in our lives. To understand what our backgrounds are and what the materials that our homes are made of and the things that we eat are showing us, it helps us to understand the wider world picture of radiation and how it affects folks.
The way that I tend to describe it for people to really gain an idea on why you should have a meter, and we're not going to sit here and tell you that you have to get a meter, it's up to you. When it's raining outside, and it does that a lot here in the Northwest, I want to know if that rain is bringing with it radiation from the jet stream. The only way I can know that is with my meter, and I do rain tests. And we'll show you over time on our site how to do a rain test as well. If it's not up there when you do see this, it will be. And so I know whether or not I should go outside in the rain or if I shouldn't. And that includes my dog. I love my animal. I'm sure you love your animals. This is Gracie. And I also call her Rad Dog. She helps us find interesting things on the beach that we should test. Good girl, Gracie.
Yes.
And it's really important for our animals and everyone in our family to understand what is in the environment that is invisible to us. This brings the invisible to a visible reality.